This conference will now be recorded.
Make them come.
Hey, don't be doing that to us. Come on now. We need a.
Hey, tell it. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
Okay. So, and by the way, my whatchamacallit, YouTube backed up on my stuff and didn't get it posted. I sent it, so I got to resend it, and I'll send this one with it also. So my reason in telling you to calculate the cash first was you could get something on the cash flow statement. There's no reason why you can't get something on the cash flow statement. What's the second thing I told you to put on the cash flow statement? I told you to put the net income on the cash flow statement. See, you better be writing this down. So y'all start writing this down. The things you're supposed to do. You're going to put the cash on here first. Then you're going to go up here to operations. And if you had an income, you're going to put the income in here second. You get that from the income statement. Does everybody have a problem pull up?
We always have it pulled up, Professor Boyd. It never even turned out. Closed out.
No, what I'm saying is, do they have it? I mean, do I need to go back to the income so I can go to this income statement?
Oh,
right?
I've said we haven't pulled it.
3, 8, 4, 8, 5. So we've taken care of the cash. Now all we're going to do is go here and get this net income, $150,000, and we're going to put that as the second item in the statement of flow. Okay, so the second item we put on here, as we prepare to answer it, is the net income, 550. Okay, can we do that?
Yep.
The third thing I told you to do was what?
Net loss.
No.
Depreciation.
I told you to put the depreciation on. So we're going to go down here to our problem. And we can get our depreciation from two places. We can get it from the income statement. I put it here so it's easy. Or you can take the difference between the accumulated depreciation. Who's making all that noise? And that's 150. So the third thing you jumping way away. So the third thing you put right here where the depreciation expense is depreciation. So now you got three things done. And what's the fourth thing I told you to do?
The change in retained earnings?
For the dividends.
Yeah, for the dividends.
I told you to put in the dividends. So let's see if we can calculate the dividends. And we said to get our dividends in a problem if we didn't give it to you, if we didn't give you an easy problem where we gave you the dividend. That may be the problem, but we said you could get your beginning retained earnings, which was 300,000. Okay, we say you could get that. You could add to that your net income. And the net income in this problem was $550. So we now have a subtotal of how much? Until you be on the line. We add these numbers, we have what?
Oh, 850.
Now, if we subtract the dividend, we could get the ending retained earnings. But we don't know what the dividend is, but we do know what the ending retained earnings is. Let's see if I can come up with it. Okay. So we know that the ending retained earnings is what? 700,000. So if the ending retained earnings is 700 and the subtotal beginning retained earnings and net income is 850, how much must the dividend be?
150.
150.
So that's how we solve for it. So we get the beginning retained earnings and the net income. So we have income and we add those two numbers together. Then we just subtract out the ending retained earnings and that difference is a net income. Got it? And so now we calculated the dividend. And we got half of the statement done. We got half of it done because we sort of did it in that order, knowing some things we're going to work with. So at this point, we've done the cash account. We've done accumulated depreciation. We strike that. And we've done retained earnings. So once we do those four things, then we simply have to analyze each of the other accounts, but we're halfway done. So you can get 50% if you can do the first four things. Any questions on the first four things? Speak now, forever hold your peace.
At the moment, I don't have any questions, but it'll come back around later.
Okay. So now all we're going to do is go account by account. What did account receivable do? It went down, right? And so that becomes a source of cash. Whenever the asset goes down, is that on the right problem? Wait a minute. Make sure I'm on the right problem with you all.
That's the right problem.
That's the right problem?
Yeah. Dang.
4, 5. Yeah, but I was striking out on the wrong problem.
Oh.
So
Oh, yeah.
strike cash here. Strike accumulate depreciation here. And we can strike retained earnings. Okay. So those accounts are done. We need to start on account receivable. And what did account receivable do?
It went down.
It was 125, it's now 325. What did it do?
It increased.
It increased by 200,000. So when the asset increases, it's a use of cash because you have to utilize cash to get it in general. So we're going to go up here. To our blank sheet that we're working on. And we're going to say accounts receivable went up by 200,000. So we're just going to put a 200,000 here. Whenever the asset increases, I got it already laid out here for you, then it's a use. That is when you buy an asset, your cash goes down. Let's go back down here to the problem. A5, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we can go to account receivable and we can strike it out. So we simply getting the change and striking that account out because we've done it. You all tell me about inventory.
Inventory was at 150, and in 2013 it went up to 550,000. So it increased.
Okay.
So it increased by 400,000. But
no, but don't but it. So it did just like the receivable. So we're gonna treat it the same way.
So it's a use as well, a use of cash.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna go up here, right on the account receivable, and put inventory. We're gonna put 400,000. Nothing magical. And the accounts are kind of in order, the assets, then, current assets, long-term assets, current liabilities, long-term liabilities, stockholders' equity. So the balance sheet has them in that order, okay? So we go back down here.
You passed it.
And now we can strike out another account. So we're going account by account, analyzing. We did the change in cash, and then we're doing that change in cash in terms of everything else. Let's stay in order and let's look at equipment. Now, cash, account receivable, inventory are current assets. Equipment, something that's going to last a little more than a year, is a long-term asset. So it's going to go in the second part. What did equipment do?
It increased by 550,000.
So what we're going to do?
Go back to the chart and go to cash flow 2.
Okay, from investments. I'm just gonna put what?
And then
Equipment in here.
equipment.
How much did we say it was?
550,000.
550. Okay, so we got equipment taken care of. Next we have, so let's go ahead and scratch equipment out.
So what we do, land?
Don't do land next. What did land do?
And then go
Went
up.
down by
Increase,
100,000, right?
right?
It went down by 100,000. So that means that cash went up. It's a source of cash. And we can calculate the amount. If the gain on the sale was 500 and it cost us 100, we must have gotten $600,000 in cash. We must have gotten $600,000 in cash. So we're going to do two things. You see, this gain is in the net income. This gain in the net income would be similar to if you were making $50,000 a year. You won the lottery, one-time thing, and your income that year was $550,000. But if you're just making $50,000, this is one-time deal. And so you can't say your income is $550,000 from now on. And so we're gonna say, we're gonna put this in another part of the statement because we don't want it in here. It's in the income. So notice what we're gonna do. We had a gain on the sale of that long-term asset. That was the land, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna show it as a use.
Why?
Because it makes it appear that our net income is $550,000, but we're not in the business of selling land. And so we don't want to show it here. We want to show the proceeds of the land down here. And we said those proceeds would be cost plus the gain. So that would be $600,000.
Oh, okay.
Now, I do have different versions of examination, so I probably will just keep something like this in there for my continuing students, but I won't have one of these in there for the new students. That's fair, right, Terrell?
No, that's not fair.
It ain't really sound all that fair to me. I don't know what you said, but it did sound fair. It sounded like it applied to me, so I stopped listening to it.
Okay. So that's just a little special thing. If it were a loss, it would have been over here, but it was a gain. So we put it over here as a use. So that offsets the fact that it's in this number here, 550.
Hey, question.
And we showed in this part, yes.
So if the land went from 500,000 to zero, from 100,000 to zero, how did that happen?
They sold the land. They sold the land. Let's go back to the problem.
They did not sell the land. I'm confused.
It says right here, gain on the sale of land, $500,000.
Okay.
So the land, you had 100,000, you no longer have land. And
right.
You made 500,000 on it, so you must have gotten $600,000. We don't want the land to make it appear that your net income was 550, your operating income, because that's not continuing. And so therefore, we take it out, we show it as a use to take it out of the net income. and then we put it in the second part. And what I typically explain would be, suppose you sold your car and went to Las Vegas.
Right.
You'd have some cash, but what's going to happen when you get back from Las Vegas and you don't have a car?
You're gonna walk.
You won't be able to get to that job.
It depends on how much y'all made. What you mean?
Gambling.
You're going against the house in Las Vegas. Okay, so now we've taken care of land. And notice how we almost finished with the problem now. We got to go to accounts payable. That's a current asset. What did accounts payable do?
How long?
It
It
increased 350,000.
350,000.
So what happened when you get a student loan? What happened to your cash account?
You go low.
When you get a student loan, what happened to your cash account?
It goes down.
Oh, so whenever you get a loan,
Oh wait, you get the loan, your account, your cash goes,
goes
but
up.
it goes up with it.
Yeah, so accounts payable went up by $350,000. That's a current asset. So we're now going to go up here, part 1, an increase in current liabilities. We're going to put the 350 here. And that's because the account payable went up. Any questions, okay? So we go back to our problem, and we're just looking at each account. And now we got our accounts payable done. Strike it. Next, we need long-term bonds payable. So what happened there?
It went down by 50,000.
So what happened when you pay on your student loan? What happened to your cash?
It decreased.
That's right. So we're going to go up here with the bond payable, and that's a long-term asset. So therefore, it's going to be in the bottom part of the statement.
You talking about in cash flow 3?
Yep, cash flow 3. Good point. Because it's a long-term asset.
Okay.
Bonds and notes are typically long-term. Accounts payable short-term. Got it? How much did we say that was?
50,000.
Okay. So accounts receivable, inventory, and accounts payable, they're short-term. They're going to be up here, okay? Notes and bonds are going to be down here. So guess what? We almost finished. Did y'all realize that?
No.
You didn't realize that?
No, because it seems so much.
That
on
y'all
this
made so much. Y'all listen to Terrell and just say, all right, strike it. We only got one other account to do and we done.
Common stock.
Common stock. And what did common stock do?
It increased
By what, 600,000?
600.
So we can now strike it out. And we finished, we take the 600,000.
So is that, since that's considered a long term, so that'll go on cash flow 3 as well?
That's cash flow 3. It's issuing the stock. So
Would you put common stock right? Would I put common stock right here? Okay.
yeah, right there, doesn't matter, common stock. How much did we say?
600.
Okay.
Okay.
So you see the template has everything laid out for you. Issues of stock, repurchase of stock, long-term loan, receipt of it, payment of the long-term loan, payment of dividend. It shows you where everything needs to go. If you sell a long-term asset, take for instance, Macy's is supposed to sell clothes. But if Macy's starts selling some of its stores, we're going to put that down here. Because they're supposed to make their money selling clothes, not their locations. Then when you purchase a long-term asset, it's here. Up here, these losses and gains on the sale of those long-term assets. And then the current liabilities, excuse me a second, and the current assets. Okay, so you all go through, I gotta go to the door, they gotta deliberate, and tell me how much is the cash flow from operations. So do the first part. I'll be right back.
Who moving it?
So what is the cash flow from operations? Did it jump away or something? Calculate the cash flow from operations. Part one.
Hey, Professor.
Yes.
When did you say that the test was?
Tuesday for you, Thursday.
Okay, and then because I have a project to work on and I really need to go, and I just don't understand the second half that you were just explaining about. So I'm just trying to make sure that you're gonna have office hours on Monday or anytime before the test.
It should be office hours on Monday and Wednesday. You get mighty busy. I told her.
Okay, well, bet I'm gonna come to them because I gotta work on this other stuff.
Okay. All right, work on the other stuff. Do what you have to do.
All right, Professor. Thank you.
What is we're just talking about part one. And remember, a company is supposed to have cash flow from operations.
Oh wait, am I just doing sources right now and then I do use?
Add up the sources, then add up
So
the use.
for the source, I add up 1,050,000.
Okay.
And then for the use, I got 600,000.
Did you add up everything?
No. Hold up. So is it supposed to be 1,600,650?
No, you add these three numbers. How much is it?
I added all of them.
How much is it?
Okay, so am I adding sources and then I'm adding use?
Correct.
So for sources it was 1,050,000, and then for use it was 600,000. And then together it was 1,650,000.
Got 200, 400, and 500.
What 500 is?
Gain on sale of land.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, hold on. Was it 500 or 550?
500, I thought.
So if it's 500, then it's 1,100,000.
Okay. And so based on this, they had a minus 50,000 from operations. Okay. But
No.
if you just looked at the net income only, you'd have thought they were doing well. But they weren't, and this is where they're supposed to do well. This is equivalent to the salary that you get from your job. And you want it to be positive, not negative. Any question? Now let's go to the second part. Pretty easy. What? 600,000,
1,000.
550,000.
150,000.
So this is a plus 50,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you bought equipment, but you sold land. So it's kind of netting out. And then what happened in the third part?
Oh yeah, it was use. But
We
it
left
didn't.
something out, didn't
Common stock.
we? Yeah, I guess I may have put it on the wrong one or something.
I think common stock was, shoot, I forgot.
600,000.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I just put it in the wrong. Okay, so the common stock.
It's just gonna be 600,000.
Okay, so we need 600,000 here. I'll just leave it there. So we just total it all out. So we got 600,000, correct?
Right.
And how much, that's the sources, how much were the uses?
And this 50,000, that'll be negative, right?
No, don't worry
Because,
about negative. Where? Up here, yeah.
yeah, I'm
Don't-
talking about, I was saying repayment of loan, the
No,
repayment of loan.
No,
Why?
only negatives over here.
Okay. So
So
that's
we just-
200,000.
That's why Terrell was having problems. He was putting those negatives in.
Okay.
So what's the difference?
You talking about from the payment? It's 200,000. The difference?
Yeah, 600 minus 200. 6 minus 2.
4.
430.
You confused. Wait, you confused me. Am I adding or am I subtracting in cash and defining? And
You're
why?
subtracting, sources are here in the left, uses are here. You're subtracting
Okay.
from the sources the uses, 400,000.
Okay.
So now we have the net change in part 1 minus 50. Part 2 plus 50, they canceled out. Part 3, 400. And that's what you said, the change was 400. So the cash went up by 400, but mainly because you issued stock. You didn't make any money.
Okay.
So it's telling you what you did with your money. So you didn't have much in the way of operations. You sold some land and bought some equipment. So you balance out. So the money, the increase in the money came from the fact you put more money in. So that's what you're looking at.
Okay.
So what you all need to do is to go to the first one and practice on it. See if you can do the first problem, and then be in office hours on Monday to go over it. Got it?
Okay.
So you see how to do it. What's the first thing I tell you to do?
Put the beginning cash and the end cash on change of cash flow.
Second thing?
Put your net income,
Third thing?
and then put the depreciation.
Fourth thing? Dividends.
Yeah, dividends.
And use that formula, beginning retained earnings plus net income minus ending retained earnings gives you the dividend. So this is not that hard, and you have a template. You just have to figure out where to put things on the template, and with practice you can get there.
Professor Boyd, can you give me control of the screen real quick so I want to look at this document really quickly.
Okay, so you're still working on yours?
Yeah.
Work on it with us.
Yeah, but I wanted to look through theirs real quick and kind of compare something really fast that I just saw on ours. We have a lot less parts than everybody else, it seems like.
Yeah, that's why. Let's see. Share. Options. Price share. Okay. Remote control.
Here. This how we did ours?
Okay, so Jasmine,
Oh.
on Monday, you're gonna have a screen.
Who?
You're gonna have a screen on Monday.
Hey,
I don't
wait,
know how to work it.
Professor Boyd, I wanted to see her.
That's why you're here to learn.
I don't know how to work the screen.
Well, when I went to it, it said that I could share the screen with you. So, so basically, you're gonna be working your screen, and we're gonna be looking at it. So you'll be doing your computer, just like Kiara did last time.
Professor Boyd,
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to take control of that document that you already had on there open.
Say that again.
I wasn't trying to share my screen yet. I was just trying to control the mouse on that document that you already had open.
Why you want to do that? Why don't we do this first? Okay.
Because I was trying to compare, because I think I saw what the issue was, and I think it's just because of the way that we were typing our numbers.
You got this negative number here. The issue is you got a negative number in the wrong column.
This one, huh?
That's it. That's the issue.
Yeah,
weren't y'all 50,000? Whatever. You can't have any negative numbers until you get to the right column.
So it is recording. So which column it should have a negative number? Is this one correct?
All in the third column, the last one, if your uses exceed your sources. So let's go back to the first one.
Okay.
Go up to the first one. Your sources were what? 25,
the sources,
25, 50 is 100. Use is 50. So your difference should be how much? So this number should be what?
50.
No. Well, yeah, 100 minus 50 is 50. Okay.
All day.
All day. Okay. All right, Jasmine, you're going to be up on Monday.
I don't know how to operate the screen.
Do you want to pass the test, Jasmine?
I do, but Does
I
it mean I
did.
have to operate the screen?
Terrorists did it. Kiara did it for the first time
But
last
Terrell
time. You
always
would
do
learn.
it. Terrell
Oh, so
always do.
And Arian and Dustin, Kiara's, she's been a standout this year. You know what I mean? Because she's going on and being aggressive. You got to try something.
added those two up instead of finding the
To be
difference.
like the
It's just
Rock.
gonna ask you to. It's gonna ask you a question about sharing the application. It's not gonna be like
To see the
hard.
sources you add.
And once you start to share, you work the problem. And we'll talk you
It's
too.
just gonna be like your computer. You're just gonna be
But
handling
you're
your
gonna
computer.
learn it better if you do it rather than watch me, okay?
See that?
Okay.
And I'll-
So Jasmine will do the first part of the problem. Dustin, you do the second part. Kiara the third.
Which Kiara?
And Arian, you do the fourth part where you're gonna calculate the cash in that first problem. Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Professor Boyd, real quick. So basically, so the issue came in right here in the fact that I didn't account for net loss being well, we didn't account for net loss already insinuating there's going to be subtracted from.
You're gonna subtract it down here. You did a double subtraction, so you neutralized it.
Right. And so, and then right here, we also didn't take into account that the source column exceeded the use column. So instead of finding the difference, we found the sum of it, which gave us 150 instead of giving us 50.
Okay.
Because when we made that change, it adjusted down here back to 50 where it's supposed to be. Because 50, those cancel out, 50 is remaining, and our cash flow is also 50.
So get rid of all of those negative numbers, those red negative numbers.
Including this one?
All of them.
It's so confusing. Listen to that.
You're only gonna have reds or negatives in the last column. It's gonna throw you off every time.
What you mean in the last column? In this one? Or in this one?
Yeah, that column. And the only time it's gonna be negative over there is if the uses exceed the sources. Remember when we were doing this in Principles 1, remember?
Remember.
I don't want you to have a mistake like that in case I give you a real hard one.
That's definitely okay.
So Powell, Brady, McLaughlin, Ferguson, y'all will be up on Monday. Just doing a part.
Tuesday.
Monday.
On Monday.
Office hours are 3 o'clock on Monday. We can't wait to Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Oh, for 8-1.
That's fine. That's
3
fine.
o'clock.
Yeah, 3 o'clock. We're gonna work on 8-1.
Okay.
So,
Easy mistake.
so all of y'all should go ahead and do the first 4 things, at least the first 3. So you starting on the problem. It's a process. This is not difficult. And like I say, you do that and you do what you're supposed to do, then I'm committed to making sure you pass the course. So if you do your part, come to office hours, class, then it's up to me to make sure you pass. But if you don't come to practice,
Practice.
don't come to practice. The Rockets were doing, then they're running the bubble. They're gonna take their time and get there. And so for that first series, it worked.
So should the Texans.
The Texans can practice all they want. They were gonna win that game yesterday.
Texans got smacked. Astros got smacked. Look.
Yeah, everybody in Texas lost yesterday.
The Dynamo didn't
They won. Somebody won.
play.
Oh, they didn't play.
Play.
So this is not hard. We have a template. And once you get comfortable with it and you work on it, so you're going to work on that first problem and we're going to work on it Monday in class. We're going to work on it on Tuesday. then next Thursday y'all gonna be ready.
Sounds good.
Question though, you having a test on camera?
Ready, I might give you your test on Tuesday.
What? No. You correct on doing it Thursday.
That's
totally
power.
fine.
You're talking
No.
about
I didn't mean it like that.
How about listening about the drink?
Hennessy.
Go ahead and get y'all a bottle of this so y'all can come join us one of these days.
Negative. I'm good on that.
Cause I get an A, Professor Boyd, I got a bottle for you with your name engraved on it.
All right. Then you, but then you got to be in all these sessions then. So I'm happy you're here today. That shows me you want to learn. You tell me you want to do well.
Absolutely, I will be here.
Yeah, even if I didn't want to be here, I got to be here because if I didn't, I wouldn't pass. And as an accounting major, and I don't notice, it just doesn't work out for me.
And after Kiara showed you up yesterday.
Showed me up. She ain't do nothing to me. Kiara got that A. I got that A-. I'm good with that. Because when it all average out to an A, just like it did in the first part.
Kiara's coming on. I think Kiara might be the top student this semester.
It's the scarf. Don't worry about it. It's just the
Start.
scarf.
I agree.
Kiara was strong yesterday.
Kiara is probably the most accounting savvy student you have had in the last 3 semesters.
Yeah, she,
Don't feel bad, Dad. Huh?
Accounting is my major. Not
Kiara, what's your major?
Business management.
You hear that?
Yeah, that's what
okay. Never mind.
Same
You hear
major.
that? So that's not gonna work.
Yeah, that's gonna work just fine. Business managers have to be able to do accounting too.
They gotta be able to do it. You got.
That's not one
accounting.
business who don't know who can't know accounting. You gotta know something about accounting.
That's correct.
Look, Terrell, I don't need no lecture from you.
What?
I
said, look, Terrell, I don't need no lecture.
I'm here for you, sis. It's all good. We in this together. All right, it's like playing blackjack. It's us against the dealer. Professor Boyd is the dealer. We got to.
You got your study problem open yet? Kiara, you open your study problem yet?
I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I see it. It don't look bad. You know what?
You got to allocate it to your people. So Tara, you need to look at that and get that allocated. So what?
Sorry.
Say it again, Jasmine.
I was saying they have the same thing from the problem we just went over, basically.
A little more than that.
Well, I mean, they have investment. They have this investment, IBM stock, and
What is this?
What is that?
Are you talking about problem 1?
yeah, that's the one you wanted us to work on, right?
Yeah. We're talking about something else. The study problem is due next Thursday. But yeah, we'll work on 1. But your team is supposed to be assigning you parts of it to work on.
You talking about the study?
Yes.
What study problems?
And assignments.
This document that I just downloaded don't have any assignments listed for anybody in my team.
If you go to the team list, it shows you what team's supposed to be working on which one. Right, Powell?
Right.
Listen, Court.
Is that?
What assignments?
Yeah, what's on the assignments?
It's all there together.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
So, Jasmine, yeah, you don't have that gain in this first one. So I would assume that you could do 8-1.
Mm-hmm.
You have, there's nothing difficult. Calculate the dividend for me right quick before we go. Calculate the dividend for me.
What? Okay. All right, so let's bottom return earnings.
So what problem?
This is the problem. Two. So Professor Boyd, all we're doing.
How much dividend, Jasmine?
250,000.
No, try again. Try again.
I'm looking.
Arian, what's the dividend in 8-1?
Why is it not?
Did you have the right amount here, Powell? 8-1, we calculating the dividend. Jasmine, you've been quiet.
Me?
Wherever, we want to calculate the dividend.
Okay.
How much we spent?
Jasmine, you still there? Phillips?
You saying Jet?
I'm here.
There. Calculate that dividend for me.
I'll attempt.
Yeah, but that's why you gotta break it up into groups, huh?
Dustin, calculate that dividend in 8-1.
You said calculate your dividends at 8-1.
Yeah.
Let's see this.
I want to make an 8, so calculate dividend in 8-1.
Let me get a second. Let me get a blank sheet of paper right quick. All right, let's go. Beginning.
Inside the beginning.
That was 300,000.
Yeah,
that's not right. 550. Got that income.
No income. What's the net income? 50.
How much is that dividend?
Is it 750,000?
How much is the dividend in problem 8-1?
1,000.
So the net income is 250. Okay.
Professor Boyd,
Yes.
are you going to post that video tonight? Because I want to discuss it with my group, well, with our group.
I will post. I'm gonna get them all posted tonight. I got the first one. It hung up posting though, so as soon as I start this, then I have to record it and I download it. But yeah, I'll try to get them all done. So it should be 4 up by the end of the night.
All right, if not,
Yes.
thank you.
You're welcome. How much is the dividend?
Hold up.
Sounds good, Dustin. Dustin coming on. Tell them how you got it.
Oh, hold up.
So the beginning retained earnings 300,000. That income was 350,000. You add the 2, you get 650,000. The retained earnings 550. So you divide between the 2, so 100,000. That's
correct. I'm working on my Hennessy now. You see that, Jasmine?
Henny.
No, because I messed up.
The holiday Henny on
The holiday Henny on basic.
The beginning retained earnings is 300,000.
Right.
Then what's the net income?
350,000.
So you add 300 and 350, and you get what? 650. Then you subtract out the ending retained earnings. 550. How did you miss that, Kiara?
I wasn't doing it. I was trying to let y'all do it before me.
Oh, okay. So this doesn't look that bad, does it, Dustin?
No, sir.
So I mean, you got a template. If I was just telling you to work it and you didn't have a template, then that'd be different. You got the template, just learn how that template works.
We get dividends, isn't it?
But you'll have to re-annotate the fact that it's negative because it's already.
So
Condition
Jasmine, what I'll probably do is let you share the screen,
net income minus
my
your
screen
So you just reworking the formula.
work it.
on,
Like the Pythagorean theorem.
let's see. So let's see. Screen share.
Professor Moore, question. Are we gonna have the time to get through everything we need to for this course?
Yeah. That's why we have the makeup sessions.
What makeup session? Talk about the tutorial session?
Yeah, these sessions.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna be here as long as I don't got no other obligations. Good, I forgot to do something.
Brady, see if you can move the cursor and things from your computer.
Yeah, this is what I was trying to look at.
Don't say I have control.
You have control.
Yeah, man.
How much dividend did we say it was?
Because they're considered.
Go ahead and put the dividend in. Put the dividend in. Payment of the dividend. Put that in, Brady.
I'm the only one that should.
Check out the 150 and put in the 100. Go up to the next line.
Oh, right here?
Right.
But it didn't here because they had sources that exceeded the uses.
So you see how easy that is? Do you see how easy that is?
Professor Boy, you
What?
you try to play people.
She's got the come now.
Easy. I just didn't want to do it.
So what?
I knew how easy it was. I just didn't want to do it.
You can't learn nothing not wanting to do it.
You can't.
So what I'm gonna do is for that problem, you'll have the screen on operations and you're gonna demonstrate that to everybody else.
Okay.
Okay? And we'll rotate the other people. Jasmine, you'll have the screen on the change in cash.
All right.
Glocklin, you'll have it on part 2. So we'll just go through that, rotate with you all doing it. That's the best way to learn.
Okay.
We'll probably be doing.
Doing the first one right now.
Are we about to do this right now?
No. We're gonna do it on. I'm trying to look at it. We're gonna do it on Monday.
Okay.